Long-term effects of untreated panic disorder. Hey there, what's up, everyone? Thanks for tuning in. Seriously, I'm really glad you clicked on this video today because we're going to talk about something that's way more common than people think, but way less talk about: panic disorder. More specifically, what actually happens when it goes untreated. Spoiler alert, it's not just about feeling nervous now and then. We're talking about some serious long-term effects that can quietly take over your life. Whether you've experienced panic attacks yourself or you're here trying to understand what someone else might be going through, I promise this is worth your time. So grab a drink, get comfortable, and let's get into the real stuff. Let's start with the basics. What exactly is panic disorder? It's a lot more than just feeling stressed or nervous before a big test or presentation. Panic disorder means having recurring, unpredictable panic attacks. 1 minute you're fine, and the next, your heart is racing, your chest is tight, you're sweating, trembling, and you might even feel like you're dying. And the worst part? There's usually no clear reason why it's happening. Then comes the fear, not just of the attack itself, but the fear of having another one. That fear starts to take over. You start to anticipate attacks in certain situations, and then you start to avoid those situations entirely. Now, let's talk about the long-term effects. First up, chronic anxiety. And I mean constant low-level anxiety that just hangs around all day like a storm cloud that won't go away. When your body keeps getting triggered into fight or flight mode, your nervous system stays in overdrive. Even on calm days, you can feel wired jittery, like your body's waiting for something bad to happen. You're always on alert. And that hyper-awareness can drain your energy, mess with your sleep, and leave you feeling mentally and physically exhausted. Another major issue? Depression. Panic disorder and depression often go hand in hand. When panic attacks make you avoid going out or stop doing things you enjoy, it can start to feel like your life is shrinking. You might start to feel hopeless, like you'll never feel normal again. You lose your sense of control, your confidence takes a hit, and it's easy to fall into a dark mental space. Over time, isolation and emotional burnout can spiral into full-blown depression, and at that point, it becomes twice as hard to reach out for help. Let's move on to something even more limiting: agoraphobia. It's that fear of being in places where escape might be hard or embarrassing if a panic attack happens. So, you start avoiding busy restaurants, shopping malls, public transportation, maybe even the grocery store. Eventually, some people stop leaving their homes altogether. Imagine that. The world becomes a scary place, and your own house becomes your only safe zone. It's not just inconvenient. It's life-altering. You stop participating in the world, and your sense of freedom starts to disappear. And it's not just your mind that suffers. Your body pays the price too. Long-term panic disorder can seriously affect your physical health. All those surges of adrenaline and cortisol, stress hormones, can wreak havoc over time. You might deal with frequent headaches, digestive problems, insomnia, and fatigue. Your immune system can weaken, making you more susceptible to illness. Even heart health can take a hit. So if anyone ever tries to tell you that panic is just in your head, you can confidently say, "Nope, it's in my whole body." We also can't ignore the way untreated panic disorder can impact your career and relationships. Constant anxiety makes it hard to concentrate, and fear of attacks might lead to missing work or even quitting your job altogether. At the same time, your relationships may suffer because friends, partners, or family members may not fully understand what you're experiencing. They might think you're being distant, moody, or flaky, when in reality, you're just trying to survive another day without breaking down. It can lead to misunderstandings, conflicts, and in some cases, broken bonds. What's especially difficult is how it all starts to snowball into a vicious cycle. The more you fear panic attacks, the more you avoid things. The more you avoid things, the more your world shrinks. The more your world shrinks, the more isolated you feel. And isolation makes everything worse. More anxiety, more depression, more fear. It's like being trapped in a loop where every exit seems locked. But here's the truth. Even if it feels like that, there's a way out. You don't have to stay stuck in this cycle forever. Now, for some good news, treatment works. Really, there's so many options out there. Cognitive behavioral therapy, CBT, is a big one. It's one of the most effective treatments for panic disorder. It helps you understand the thoughts and fears fueling your attacks and teaches you how to slowly, gently face the situations you've been avoiding. Medication is another tool in the toolbox. It's not for everyone, but for many people, it can be a game changer in managing symptoms while they work through therapy. There are also lifestyle tools, mindfulness, breathing techniques, exercise, support groups. All of these can help you feel more in control, more grounded, and more hopeful. So here's the takeaway. Untreated panic disorder doesn't just affect how you feel in the moment. It changes how you live. But no matter how long you've been dealing with it, it's never too late to ask for help. Recovery isn't always fast or easy, but it is possible. You're not broken, you're not weak, and you're definitely not alone. Millions of people struggle with this, and many of them find their way back to peace, purpose, and joy. If you found this video helpful or if it resonated with your experience, do me a quick favor. Hit that like button, leave a comment if you feel comfortable sharing, and make sure you subscribe to the channel at Agoraphobia for more real, down-to-earth mental health content. We're building a space here where you don't have to pretend everything's okay. You're safe, you're seen, and you're supported. Thanks so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, and I'll see you in the next one. You've got this.